I have no idea what rock I've been living under, but this kid, Brenton Covey, I'm a believer. I'm locked in. What's good, Eagles fans? This your boy, Tone DeShields the second from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or we lose, we just got to turn to the game. I want to share some thoughts with you guys that I don't understand why I haven't been thinking this before, but man, this kid, Brenton Covey, could ball. I was looking at his film from Utah. He's such an electric punt returner and kick returner. Like you can't deny how electric that guy is. And you can make a real argument that he can push some of these other wide receivers off the roster. And look, Brenton Covey's 5'8", only about 175, 180 pounds. He's not the most physically imposing. But as a specialist, as a guy that you want to use in the punt return game and a kick return game, a guy that can potentially break a game wide open for you and give you that game breaking, game changing field position, that can change everything for the Philadelphia Eagles because the Philadelphia Eagles had one of the worst special teams groups in the NFL last year. I think we were ranked in the bottom five in terms of kick return and punt return averages. As a matter of fact, the Philadelphia Eagles they were ranked 28th in punt return average and 29th in kick return average. And guys back there returning the kicks for us was guys like Jalen Reagor. I think Huntley was back there a couple times, but it was mainly Jalen Reagor. And I got to be honest, Brenton Covey can definitely push Jalen Reagor off this roster because Jalen Reagor isn't even the fourth option in the wide receiver room anymore. He's lost that privilege. He's not the third option, not the fourth option. He's barely a fifth option, and that's where Brenton Covey comes in, and pretty much any of these other wide receivers that has something to say about it. You can make a real argument that Brenton Covey can make a splash on his roster and potentially become the kick return, punt return guy. And another guy that's trying to hold on to the roster is Jason Huntley, a guy that did return for us as well and didn't really do that. Really didn't do that great. And that, again, that's where Brenton Covey comes in. I'm looking at what this guy does in traffic. I'm looking at what he does. When things don't really seem too bright, when things look bleak, he finds a way. He finds a seam. And here's the thing about Brenton Covey, right? He's not even the fastest, but he's shifty. He's elusive. He understands running lanes and gaps, and he understands acceleration and deceleration, and he just has such great poise in that return spot, in that specialist spot. You can't help but to be excited about what he could potentially bring to the table. And like I said, the Eagles were one of the worst teams when it came to returning kicks and returning punts. We can't afford to put Jalen Hurts in situations where he's constantly having to push the ball from our own 15-yard line or our own 20-yard line. At some point we need to get a short field in. Special teams should not be overlooked. If you're able to start games at that 35 to 40-yard line regularly, that puts your offense in such a better position. And let's be frank about this too. Jalen Reagor has gotten every opportunity to succeed with the Philadelphia Eagles. Nick Sirianni has given him every opportunity to get it done. And at some point, you have to take advantage of what's been given to you. Nick Sirianni had him on punt return, kick return, had him doing bubble screens, wide receiver screens, had him doing jet sweeps, had him doing all kinds of stuff. He even tried to make him a focal point in some games, and Jalen Reagor just couldn't do it. And I'm not here to beat down Jalen Reagor. His story is his story, and it is what it is. This isn't what this is about. It's about Brenton Covey and what he can potentially bring to the table on his Philadelphia Eagles team. And Brenton Covey has an electric return game that can't be denied. And if he can find a way to make a splash in training camp, if he can find a way to push guys like Jalen Reagor, that'll be exciting for us because I'm curious to see what he does at real game speed. Again, he's 5'8", 5'9", only about 175, 180 pounds. He's elusive. He's hard to get his hands on him. I'm telling you, like if you get the opportunity, look up his Utah film. Like the kid is truly something to watch, and I'm curious to see how it pans out with the Philadelphia Eagles. And on top of that, Devin Allen. Who knows if Devin Allen makes this roster? He hasn't really been around that much. He's been doing a lot of track and field stuff. But Brenton Covey, Devin Allen, will they battle it out to be the return specialist for the Philadelphia Eagles? You never know. Then you got guys like John Hightower back there who's trying to find a spot for himself. We'll find out. We'll find out what happens. But 9 times out of 10, I got to be honest. I think Jalen Reagor will be on the roster, but I think he's going to be inactive, and I think guys like Britton Covey are going to be the return specialist for us. That's just what I think, man, because you can't deny what Britton Covey has done and his ability to just create space, knows how to maneuver knows how to maneuver without space, knows how to navigate the lanes and follow the blocks, and understands when to speed up, when to slow down. He's not the fastest guy, but he just knows what to do, when to do it. And it's straight like that, you guys. Comment below and tell me what you guys think about what I'm telling you. Do you guys think Britton Covey can be our legit return specialist on kick return and punt return? Can he turn the special teams group around with his electric play? Comment below and tell me what you think. Potentially, will Jalen Reagor be boxed out by Britton Covey? It remains to be seen, but it's something worth talking about. I'm your humble host, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. One love, stay humble, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay hungry.